not. It's going to be over here. I'll just start the stage. Um, wait. We're also doing 3 streams at the same time today. Chapter 16. Oh my god. Hello, y'all. Um, let me know if you can hear me. Uh, okay, we got the chat. Period. Let's go. Um, I haven't I think that's the longest I've gone without streaming since I've started streaming. Um, because I was busy. Hi, Danny. I had tech rehearsals for 2 shows. Ah! Tegan always on the YouTube stream. I see you. I see you. Okay. Hello. Hi, Dino. Hi, Flail. Okay. Did I? No, I didn't share the screen here. There. Oh God. Who told me to stream on 3 platforms at the same time? I did it to myself. But alas, I have it over here. Hello. Also, TikTok, let me know if I'm getting too close to you guys. I feel like I'm getting so close. I have a brick dog for when you finish. Great. I'm so excited. Oh god. Um Y'all, I missed my friends. I thought it was gonna be like the no. Wait. Happy. Happy. Also, I can't hear you because I'm are you doing the clickers right now? So I can't hear you. So I have to say happy. I use a clicker for my job because I have to click the number of people that like I interact with for my job. And whenever I was using it, I kept thinking about this. Rude, leave. If you're too close, that just means we're good friends. Real Sal, I'm glad you appreciate. Anyways, y'all, I'm gonna get in this time because I have to be out in a half hours, which seems like a long time, but you know how I love yapping. This place is affecting us IRL. Oh god. Okay, y'all, we're on bitter mouths, which just means that I'll be drinking a lot of water. Raindrops that I collected. Would you believe that? Summary: 1 locket to prepare, 1 phone call, copious amounts of rain. And it didn't rain on the day this chapter came, the day after. I had to go gas umbrella, which I'm annoyed at Haima about that. Just got in bed for a nap. You can go nap. It's okay. And or if you want me to read you to sleep, I can also do that. I feel sick today. No. Hope you get better. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Bedtime story with Artie. Exactly. An alarm. King from the grave, final cell. Oh, don't I know it? Chapter 16 was split. Yes, I know this. Consider this as part 1 to an episode. And I know there's a cliffhanger at the end. And it is so funny that I'm doing the stream on Monday because I know that early access comes out tomorrow. So all you early access people are just going to like listen to me going through like 5 stages of grief and then be like, hey, we're getting the chapter tomorrow. Ugh. Anyways, I would also recommend reading Number One Girl before chapter 17 rolls around next week. Perhaps. Also, don't throw tomatoes. Yes. I know the cliffhanger was intentional. Yada, yada, yada. Wait, do I need to set the mood? Happy. At this point, I'm saying nothing. Okay, I'm just gonna get into it, y'all. I'm not gonna yap too long. Sometimes Mira thinks she's the luckiest girl in the world to feel as warm as she does whenever she wakes up and greets the day. There's something so wonderful about feeling warm knuckles against her temple every single morning, a routine reserved only for them, only ever for them. She lets herself bask in the warmth. She isn't doing anything substantial today, just a meeting in the late afternoon with her family, then a press conference later that night that shouldn't eat up more than a boring hour from her day. Theoretically, she could go down to a bar and play some pool with her modeling friends, but meh, she would rather be here. She can feel her time here getting shorter and shorter every day. It feels like a luxury now. Rumi may deny it, but Mira's body clock has always been impeccable. Rumi pulls her knuckles away from her face a second sooner every day. Today, it lasts 11 seconds. Mira presses her lips together, even with her eyes still shut. She doesn't make a move to let Rumi know that she's finally awake. Sometimes she wonders if she pretends to sleep so she can hear Rumi make whispered confessions like she did during their first year of dating, their honeymoon stage. I love you so much, Rumi would always whisper to her hairline, warm fingers against the curve of her jaw. I love you, I love you, I love you. She doesn't say it anymore. Rumi argued that it was because Mira already knows. But wouldn't it be nice to be able to hear her say it? Oh, damn, already? Already? Jesus, okay. Mira doesn't want to sound spoiled, though. She has Rumi. I see you buckling up. Be all that matters. That should be the only. So instead of arguing with her this early in the morning, Mira murmurs with her eyes closed. You know, there's better ways to wake me up besides staring at me sleeping and hoping that I open my eyes. Rumi chuckles under her breath. She sounds relieved. Almost. Mira gets it. Most of their mornings don't start like this. Most of them with a stretched rubber band that snaps sometime in the night as they wake. So this is their second year of dating. Into their second year. Cool, cool, cool. Sucking in a deep breath, Mira opens her eyes and stretches her arms over her head. Out of the corner of her blurry eye, she can see Rumi with her chin propped on her hand, watching her with a smile. Her smile isn't as big as it used to be, doesn't crinkle at the corners of her eyes like it used to, but it's still, and Mira will always love her Rumi, even on cold days like this. Burb, that's crazy. I don't understand how people while listening to me read. I don't understand how your brain can do that, but all power to you. And Mira will always love her Rumi even on cold days. She wonders why it's so cold today. Rumi's penthouse is usually at a comfortable temperature, not too cold for Mira, and Bobby said they would have postponed the shoot if it was storming this week because of the exterior. I really don't want to get off schedule. I know, baby. Mira mumbles, chuckling under a delicate sigh. She wants to go back to pretty girl smiling at her is making it hard to close her eyes again. So cold in here then. Rumi shrugs. I was going to maybe the vents broke. You live in an almost still break? Mira asks incredulously. At least I don't have attendants knocking on my door every 5 minutes to ask if I need anything, Rumi replies. There's a slight bite to her words, like she's joking, but with the pretense of fangs poking out of her mouth from annoyance. Mira chooses to ignore it this time. Guys, she's low-key just like me. honestly, honestly, no one can say anything bad about my girl Ruby, okay? Okay. Instead, Mira yawns and stretches out her calves. What time's your flight again? She asks, voice deep from her yawn. Rumi gives her a look, lips pressed together in what almost feels like a frown. Mira frowns back at her. What'd I say? She asks, chuckling in confusion. I gave you the flight time and flight code 2 days ago, Rumi says. And Mira's hackles raise at the tone. She's familiar with that tone. They're much too familiar with it nowadays. And I forgot. Mira replies succinctly with a half shrug. So I'm asking you again. Nothing, Rumi says, a little too clearly it's something. What do you mean? Mira tilts her head. You're pressing your lips at me again. You only do that when you're trying not to chew me out for something. What is it? She does her best to sound casual, but it comes off more haughty and annoyed than she intends. Of course, Rumi picks up on it. She presses her lips together, lips tighter together, sighing through her nose as she on the bed to flop onto her back. She isn't looking at Mira. How it's been for the last few weeks, honestly, baby, Mira says, somehow both soft and jagged, like a pillow cover over sharp glass. That's so good. Oh God, I love you, Jaime. Oh, why are you mad at me this time? Why are you mad at me this time? I'm not mad at you. I'm just. Rumi grumbles in annoyance under her breath. You used to have my flights memorized and my itineraries. It feels like you're not. The sadness in her voice makes Mira retract her claws, and she shuffles under the covers to drape her leg over Rumi. It's warm as a space heater, and it's nice. This. What's everyone saying yes to? Oh, gang, do I get a burrito? Cool. I'm sorry, my love. Mira whispers. She can feel Rumi melting against her. She knows how much Rumi loves that pet name, or any pet name, really, with the connotation of possession. Okay. My head's just been full of work. I'm getting a new agent next week, and between that and all the contracts and my family's quarter, it's fine, Rumi quickly says. She nestles her head against Mira's chest. Mira drapes her arm over her waist instinctively, chin resting on the top of her head. Sorry, I don't know why I got so snarky about that. I know you have a lot of things going on too. Rumi blows out a breath in exhaustion and laughs, but it sounds hollow. God, we really need a break soon, huh? Mira breathes out in amusement. It hurts her ribs a little. I've been suggesting it for months, but thank you for noticing, she says sarcastically. This time, she manages to hide the disappointment and annoyance from her tone. Maybe she should get into acting too. She's getting better at it. Ah. Giggling, Rumi leans over to press a kiss to her lips. Neither of them have minded morning breath in a long while, and something about getting to kiss Rumi this early in the morning without a care in the world feels like the closest they will ever get to peace and solace, even as cold as the room is, even as overcast with no hint of rain as this entire week will be. Our anniversary is in a couple of days, Rumi murmurs. I know, Mira drawls, closing her eyes to breathe in deep. I was the one who circled the date on the calendar on your fridge. Mira can feel Rumi's shoulders shaking with her giggles while they're pressed this close together. It's like being this close means they can ignore the cracks. That maybe being this close means that they can mend themselves back together. Mira hopes it can come true sooner rather than later. She's starting to get tired. Rumi slips her fingers in between Mira, pressing palm to palm like she's trying to prove something. Mira doesn't. Rumi asks, voice still a little hoarse. Where are you going for our anniversary? Love that you're. Mira teases. The bitterness still hasn't made its way to her voice. Good. She's getting better at this. Guys, Maybe that's a problem. Maybe you should talk anyways. Um, it also means that Rumi doesn't know what she's thinking anymore though, which is a little bit of a problem, but Mira doesn't mind. She would rather deal with these kinds of misunderstandings than the fights that come with her being too honest about her feelings. God, it's always fucking miscommunication. Like, God, I was talking to my roommate yesterday about this again, and he was like, they should just talk. What? It's always the same. It was the same with Two's company when I was making those TikToks during the summer when I was like, I just need them to talk. Oh my God, guys. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. Well, don't you? Rumi teases back. And Mira feels the sting right between her ribs. I remember you saying something about a drive-through movie and something in Florida, California. Mira corrects. She shifts on the bed to get into a comfier position to hold Rumi. There's an orchestra playing that day that I think you might like. Jinu's still studying at that school in Cali. He was telling me about that girl from his class that he's really fond of. Ru- Should we invite? No. I hear the train a coming. It's rolling around the bend. Okay. These girls need to talk so bad, please. They are talking, but they're just saying words. They're not actually the issue. That's what Zoe out here haunting the narrative. Shut up! Shut up! These could punch us repeatedly in our Okay. Rumi laughs under her breath. She pecks Mira's lips 3 times in apology for the joke. At least Mira hopes it's a joke. And then says, okay, so drive through movie and something in Cali. So that sorry, that was Rumi. Okay, so drive through movie and something in Cali. Mira shakes her head. I changed my mind last night. I think you fell asleep before you heard me say it. No, she didn't. Rumi was humming and nodding along, but Mira gives her grace for forgetting just this once. I was thinking of the same movie, but in Seoul. We can head down to that restaurant you really like for lunch right before. Then I'll drive you over to watch it with me. And because she doesn't want Rumi to fly around more than she has to, she knows that Rumi's head hurts when she flies. Rumi hums in approval at her ideas. What else do you have planned for us? Mira gives her an odd look. Rumi raises an eyebrow in return. What? I told you to plan the second half. Mira tells her slowly, like we do with every monthsary and anniversary. I plan the mornings and you plan the nights, remember? Rumi's face falls. Mira doesn't even bother to be disappointed. She's been waiting for it. Maybe there's an issue. Anyway. Oh, Juggy, I'm so sorry. I was so busy this week that it completely Rumi starts in a panic. It's okay, Mira says quickly. It's not, but she would rather hush Rumi up now than hear the same excuses over and over. You still have time to plan it. We have a couple days, unless you want me to plan the. No, no, baby, I got it. Rumi promises. That lifts Mira's spirits a little. Just like knowing what ends up happening, I'm like, ah. Anyway. I mean, this is the intended effect of a backstory chapter, but like, anyway. Uh, uh, uh. Rumi kisses her again. That helps a bit more too. She kind of hates that Rumi knows all of her weak spots. Being disarmed has never felt good when she knows that she should be putting on her armor. Like every sentence I read, I am like, guys, there's an issue here. Guys, can we address the issue? Can we address? I love that I'm saying these things, but then IRL, I'm like, actually, I do that too. but alas. Okay. You still haven't told me, Mira mumbles. She's addicted to the smell of Rumi's perfume feels when it's unbraided in the morning like this. Words slurring together. Seems like she's not the only one about to fall asleep any minute now. What time is your flight leaving today? She tries again, voice a little quiet. She so desperately wishes that Rumi wouldn't fight her again, or that Rumi would tell her that she isn't leaving, that she would stay right here in bed with her. But Rumi answers, I think 11 o'clock? I can still eat breakfast with you and watch a drama on TV while we wait, if you want to do that. I want to eat breakfast and lunch and dinner with you today and watch everything and anything in between while we make love on your couch and I play with your hair. Mira wants to answer. But she can't have everything when her everything is so warm in her arms. So she replies, yeah, that sounds great, Jagi. Rumi lifts her head to kiss her on the jawline. Mira lowers her chin to kiss her again, full on the lips. She will never tire of getting to kiss Rumi like this, even when their morning kisses have started to feel more like routine than passion, an automated response to the cycles of their busy days, rather than something to tell each other. They lay in bed for 10 more minutes. Mira spends that time closing her eyes and enjoying the warmth against her cheek, while Rumi holds her against her chest, her chin resting on top of Mira's messy pink hair, while Rumi scrolls on her phone. Rumi gives her the more important updates while Mira hums along, like the fact that their favorite girl group is releasing an album a week from now, that another artist they enjoy is going on tour, and that an infamous movie star couple just got married. They got married? Mira asks incredulously, lifting her head to squint at Rumi's too bright phone. How? Didn't the dude propose like a week ago? Rumi laughs as she scrolls through the article she found. I'm throwing up in my mouth. Her eyes scan the pages for a minute. Then she informs, oh, it was a small venue, just friends and family. Like uh, what's the word again? Elopement? Mira guesses. Yeah, elopement. Her voice trails. Mira lifts her head again to look at her. She squints. God, ugh. Anyway, her voice trails off. Everyone in the chat being like, "Oh, here we go. Oh, here we go. Okay, guys." Her voice trails off, and Mira lifts her head again. Mi's face. She's been with her long and was off in a split second. That, and she's just really good at reading people. But reading Rumi's face is a little harder, especially nowadays. That's what she gets for dating a world class actress. Mira takes a shot in the dark. Is that? Rumi looks startled at the question. Mira sighs through her nose in mild amusement. Eloping, Yobo. Are you thinking of eloping? She holds her breath for an answer. There's no ring sitting under her pillow right now, but God, she's thought about it almost every night. Her eyelids when she closes them at night, thin, modest, and gold. Their lockets, easily hidden because she loves Rumi so much that she would let her lie and say that they're statement rings. Sacrifice everything to have the privilege of marrying Rumi. In fact, she's been thinking about asking soon. You put the fucking question in the locket, Mira. It's not they both have problems and issues, but like God, Mira, like girl, you put that question in the locket. Like like girl. She just wants to celebrate their second anniversary first. Rumi presses her lips together again and see her running the sharp tip of her. Oh wait, this is before the locket. Wait, this is before the locket. Artie, they're lesbians. That's really fun. Okay, okay, so this is before the locket because first anniversary. Wait, wait. Is the locket first anniversary or second anniversary? No. Okay, I'll keep. Okay. Wait, where was Mimi presses her lips together again. Mira can see her running the sharp tip of her tongue against. It makes her shiver. It almost makes her ask Rumi if they could spend hours in bed doing more productive things. Rumi asks, voice a little shy. You can't answer my question with a question. Mira deadpans. The lockets were like date 1 and 2. No, but again, they're lesbians, so this answers your question. Wait, I'm no, but Rumi's locket was date 1 and 2. You are confusing me. Okay. Okay. I just did, Rumi says smartly. Then I'll just answer with another question. Do you want to elope? Rumi groans and Mira laughs in her face for it. That's what Rumi gets for trying to outsmart her. There's no outsmarting her in this relationship. It'll always be that way. Then Rumi mumbles, maybe. I haven't really thought about it. Mira hums. It's all she can do without giving away how much hearing that hurts. Is she the only one thinking about it? Is she the only one between the two of them dreaming and fantasizing about it? Does Rumi even want to? I can hear, no, Rumi accuses, but her smile is gentle, as wobbly as it is. I just didn't want to think too much about it in case it was something we didn't want. Mira gives her a look. The look. Hun. How many times has Mira talked about it already? There is no conceivable reality where Kang Mira and Rumi. They could be ghost hunters in another life, or even demon hunters, but and Mira would still marry her in a heartbeat. That's never been in question. I know, Rumi groans, then laughs gently under her breath. She buries her face beneath Mira's chin. It's something she does whenever she's shy and wants to hide from the world. You always make me feel safe, she admitted during one of their many, many dates. Mira stays stock still. This isn't a laughing matter to her. She wants to make sure that Rumi never has doubts about something like this. She knows how doubtful Rumi can be about everything, about them even, but she shouldn't doubt this. Never this. She wants Rumi in her life forever. Even if it sometimes hurts to be with her, she wants there forever. You should give it more thought then, Mira mumbles, fingers threading through Rumi's soft hair. She can feel Rumi humming against her chest and thought, baby. Wait, baby, you know I can't hear you, she says with a chuckle. Rumi shifts her face slightly to mumble back. I said, maybe. Maybe you'll think about it? Mira muses. Maybe I do want to elope. That almost takes her breath away, but maybe stops her. Maybe sounds far too much like almost, and almost isn't a yes. Mira still doesn't know why she is so fascinated with her. She said once that it was because Mira's fingers were graceful and slim, like a pianist, a ballerina, someone sculpted from beautiful clay. Marks made it into a song once, too. Mira still doesn't see it. I love you, Rumi admits, so softly that it weighs the world beneath Mira. I love you, and I want to be with you. Mira kisses the top of her head, and Mira interrupts. Do you want eggs or toast for want Rumi to continue? She doesn't want and every single time that Rumi mentions something about them being almost there, she doesn't even know what Rumi's waiting for. She's too scared to ask. Because if she asks, maybe she'll find out what Rumi wants and that they may never have it. Worked so far, and you don't see the problem in. Mm. Rumi seems to understand, or at least be blissfully unaware of the circumvention. She only hums under her breath. Eggs. Toast makes me feel queasy if I eat it before a flight. Hair back and kisses her hairline. Okay, I love you. Do you want to stay in bed while I cook? It's okay. Rumi. She's already getting up from bed, and Mira sighs in fond exasperation. I can cut up the tomatoes and onions. Omelets? Mira gently tucks her by the elbow to pull her back to bed. She slides her fingers underneath for her to kiss one last time. She's greedy, but she doubts that anyone would blame her. She's the lucky girl to have someone like Rumi, even though Rumi disagrees and thinks the same of her. Omelets sound perfect, Mira murmurs against her cheek. She pecks the spot there, then Rumi's mouth pressed on her lips. I love you. She Rumi didn't hear it the first time. Fucking police sirens, anyway. Against her lips. She bats Mira away to get up from bed. Listen, I get it. Happy, fuck you. Happy, fuck you. What? I'll just keep going. I can't. This is why I'm never on Discord, y'all. Y'all piss me off. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. I think it's funny. I'm just joking. But y'all do piss me off. Never trust Happy. Okay, I'll keep going. Okay. She bats Mira away to get up from bed. She stretches as she adds, I think I'm running low on juice. Do you want me to ask Bobby to pick some up later? I know you like the mango juice I got last time. Mira swallows back the knife in her throat. Mango juice sounds nice, she says, her voice a little quiet. Rumi puts on a fluffy jacket. I can just see the Discord chat going, but I'm not reading it, y'all. Okay. Rachel, I'm afraid to ask. What are you afraid to ask? Okay. Rumi puts on a fluffy jacket. She helps Mira slip on a robe monogrammed with the Kong symbol, Rumi's Christmas gag gift that turned into a staple. And they shuffle into the kitchen to start their day of what was happening in Discord. Yeah, you don't want to. It's a nice start, all things considered. They don't snark at each other over the seasonings. They don't ignore each other when they ask to pass plates or utensils. There's no animosity between them today, even though Mira had been expecting it. There usually is, to some degree, whenever Rumi has to go somewhere. Today, they're civil. More than civil. Mira heats Mira heats up the pan and ties her hair up, and Rumi slides her hands over Mira's stomach to hug her from behind. They sway together to the song that plays over Rumi's speakers, waltzy and gentle. The same song that Mira quietly imagines them dancing to at their wedding, or even at their elopement, or just after they tie themselves to each other for eternity. Cool. Cool. She doesn't care where as long as it happens. Someday, sooner rather than later, she hopes. Her omelets come out perfect. She stacks them onto two plates, and Rumi sets up the small table by her kitchen island. There's only two chairs at her table, but that's all they need. Rumi pecks a kiss at the corner of her eye as they sit down as her way of saying thanks. They put on a random drama while they eat. They used to eat without the TV. It's not like they're addicted to dramas or movies. It's simply a way for them to fill the silence that's stretched between them. Back then, they used to chat the morning away. Nowadays, the noise from the TV is a necessity. Rumi picks up their plates. Mira doesn't protest. It's their little routine. Mira cooks, Rumi cleans, and they spend the rest of the morning either making out on the kitchen counter or arguing until one of them is backed up against the island. Today, it's neither of those things. Mira just walks to the living room and flops down on the giant couch. She lounges there and continues to watch the episode they put on while Rumi washes their dishes. Mira ends up scrolling through her phone when the lull of the boring conversation starts to get to her. Rumi eventually joins, and they end up conjoined on the couch for an hour. They don't really talk to each other. Their legs are tangled, their arms draped, and heads leaning on one another, and that's all Mira needs today. There's a part of her that knows they aren't arguing because they're too tired to. And perhaps because their anniversary is so close that it almost feels like blasphemy to ruin this week, despite all the things that they want to say. Mira still doesn't like Rumi traveling for a shoot on the week of their anniversary. She doesn't like that Rumi has been booking more and more gigs, shoots, and music videos and contracts that take her so far away from Seoul and her soul. But she don't like that Rumi comes home every day. Much to her. Does it really mean she has to leave Mira behind to do it? Pew 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 pew. That level somehow? Does Rumi want her to book modeling gigs and commercials to compensate? Is that it? Mira blinks the thoughts away, the drama that they're watching. She wasn't paying enough. She'll still have to talk to Rumi about it some point. She always does. It just always comes out more aggressive than she intends. And Rumi always gets defensive. It's how all their arguments start, with Mira lighting the fuse and Rumi standing right next to the bomb. But today, she can't. Rumi will be going to Beijing for a few days. The last thing she wants is to make the same mistake over and over, fighting right before either of them has to leave for a big meeting or a gig, and then getting angry at each other that they hardly talk over the distance. Fighting is already bad enough as it is. Fighting while they're worlds apart is worse because Mira has no one to hold at night, stuck in a cold room while she stares at Rumi's name on her phone. Fighting on the week of their anniversary would be the worst. Ha ha ha. What kind of precedent would that set for future anniversaries? She would never risk that. She never gifted Rumi any shoes, for as her grandma always taught her, or why she gave her a locket last anniversary, then a couple rings, then couple rings. So it was last anniversary. Okay, I was correct. This is after. Okay, okay, okay. Not just because of Rumi's fear of being are easier to hide, but because getting them too into breaking them apart. But you still put the question in there though. Like, girl, what are we doing? They piss me off. They piss me off. They piss me the fuck off. Um, it's why Mira insists that they wear matching clothes often. It's why she made it a big deal when Rumi told her that she didn't want to on the night of a big radio show performance. People might notice you in the crowd and connect you to me, Rumi had insisted. How would they do that? It's just clothes, Mira had bitten back. Then why are you making it a bigger deal than you have to? It's just matching tops, Mira. It's not like I'm throwing away your locket. It's not a big deal. But it meant more to her than anything else. She wanted to verbalize that somehow. She wanted to tell Rumi that it was because she didn't want to tempt the fates, that she didn't want to risk them. But Mira had never really been good at vocalizing her feelings. No shit. So all that came out were snarky comments and clawing shouts. The credits start to roll with the cheesy OST in the background. Mira blinks. She hadn't even realized that they were getting to the ending of the episode. She almost curses under her breath for being so distracted. At least Rumi wasn't talking to her about anything. Asking her to repeat herself might have ignited another fight. Rumi turns her head to look at her. Want to watch another episode? She asks curiously. She's already bending over to reach for the remote on the coffee table. No, it's fine, Mira answers. She gently pats Rumi's knee. I didn't shower after last night, so I need one bad. She groans. Rumi snorts. She leans in to kiss the underside of Mira's jaw. Then she teases, well, I did offer to carry you into the bathtub after you told me your legs wouldn't stop shaking, but yeah, whatever. Mira grumbles. Rumi laughs in the face of her misery. Rising from the couch, Mira adds, a little more lightly, I'm gonna be in the bathroom for a while. I need some time to shave my legs. Do you? Oh yeah, your very tall giraffe legs, Rumi says sagely. She nods. I'm sure that'll take you a whole day to cut down that forest. Mira throws a pillow at her face. Rumi bats it away with a giggle, and Mira finds herself smiling again, even as she rolls her eyes. I was going to ask if you're sure you don't need to use the bathroom while I'm there, but Mira shrugs. If you need to take a dump, that's on you. I'm not opening the door. What? That's on you and Celine for getting a giant penthouse with one bathroom. Yeah, she's right. That's so funny. Oh, you hate me, Rumi groans, sliding back against the couch. I despise you, really, Mira drawls, as if there would ever be a world where that were true. Mm-hmm. Mira gives her a lazy flick of the hand as a quick goodbye and turns around to find the ensuite bathroom. Wait, Rumi calls out. Mira glances over her shoulder in confusion. Rumi is looking at her with wide eyes and raised eyebrows, face flushed slightly pink. It's like she hadn't expected yelling out, which confuses Mira even more. What? Mira asks when Rumi doesn't say anything else. Rumi blinks, as if forcing herself out of her stupor, and her jaw moves on its own, but no sound comes out, and Mira arches an eyebrow at her in confusion. They're quite past being shy with each other. The other night, they struck up an entire conversation while Mira was on the toilet and Rumi was brushing her teeth. Then Rumi blurts out, Can I borrow your locket? That catches her off guard. She's never asked a question like that before. I'm gonna kill my elf! Great, amazing, lovely, awesome. Mm-hmm. What for? Mira asks suspiciously, and Rumi turns even more pink. Um, Rumi's voice is high pitched. She's hiding something again, and Mira squints at her. For God knows what, she can't tell. Then Rumi clears her throat and starts again. I I just think that the photo of us inside is a little outdated. I want to change it. Mira squints at her in confusion, and because she's not wearing her glasses, she can't exactly tell what kind of face Rumi is making right now. It makes it harder to discern if she's telling the truth. She accepts it as truth in the end. There's no reason for Rumi to lie about that. Besides, yeah, it's kind of old. Scratching her neck. She can feel the chain of the locket, familiar and warm. It was from when? Last year at that photo. Oh, yeah, yeah, I did. He's the best. This is practically a blur to Mira's eyes. Cute, too. She always finds Rumi cute. Without hesitation, Mira presses her fingertips to the baby hairs on the back of her neck to feel for the clasp. It takes a few tries, but she manages to unclasp it with two nimble fingers. She passes it over to Rumi on the couch, who seems frozen in place. Rumi even drops the locket on the floor. Laughing, Mira bends down and reassures her, I got it, honey. It's okay. Rumi pouts as Mira takes her wrist to place the locket in the palm of her hand. Mira only laughs. How can she not when Rumi looks this cute? Mira leans forward, hand braced on the top of the couch, and kisses Rumi on the cheek. But Rumi's still pouting, arms crossed, with Mira's locket held tightly in her fist. Mira chuckles as she asks, What now, Goguma? Stop, Rumi whines. You know what? She pouts. You know what? She pouts. Mira rolls her eyes, but she acquiesces. She always bends when it comes to Rumi. She kisses Rumi firmly on the lips, not a peck, but one that lasts a few seconds. She can feel Rumi humming against her lips as they kiss. She wonders if Rumi can feel the curl of her smile. She must, with how tightly Rumi is holding her shirt to keep them melded together like that. Better? Mira breathes. Her lips graze against Rumi's. She's tempted to kiss her again, but she knows Rumi better than herself sometimes. She knows that one more will turn into a few more, and a few more will turn into 2 hours of making out on the couch. Passion has never run dry between them. Only sometimes. Only when they fight. But they aren't fighting now, so Mira pushes it out of her mind. Yes, Rumi whispers against her lips. Mira shivers. It takes her a second to realize what Rumi means by yes. She tries not to think about what she wanted it to mean. Thinking about it would cause too much heartache, and she doesn't need that on the day Rumi leaves of all days. I'm just laughing. I'm just laughing. Nothing matters. Nothing fucking matters. Nah, totally a picture like she said. Flowers would be crazy. Oh, baby's breath? Nah, nah. Mm-mm, mm-mm. They are so funny. Who said baby's breath? That's my trigger. Oh no, my lobster too buttery, steak too juicy. Okay. Mira pecks her lips one last time for good measure. Just a quick farewell peck, and Rumi giggles and pats her collarbone to let her go. Rumi's shower isn't as grand as the one back at her house, but it's still significantly better than the mess of her brother's bathroom, from what little she's glimpsed of it. The shower is spacious and clean, at least, and the hot water is still running, despite the issue with the vents. There are two rows of products along the corner of the shower stall, one for Rumi and one for Mira. The sink counter is more or less the same, with two electric toothbrushes and two cups and two of everything. Though there is an extra toothbrush, which Mira had shrugged and told her was for emergencies. Always the one with too many plans. TikTok is making me do tasks again. Give me 1 second. It's pissing me off anyway. Mira grabs for her shampoo bottle with her eyes closed. She's showered at Rumi's place so many times that she could practically navigate through the entire bathroom blindfolded and not bump into a single thing. She bets Rumi could navigate her room at the Kong Mansion in the same fashion. Mira hums along to her playlist, the music softly carrying through the reverberating bathroom. Rumi had speakers installed around the entire bathroom right before she moved in, because of course she did. Mira has lost track of how many times she's sat by the bathroom door listening to Rumi sing to her heart's content. She would have sat outside that door forever, listening to the love of her life sing the simplest pleasures in life. Having Rumi sing instead of biting back at her during their pettiest of arguments is always a good thing, too. Mira rinses out her second round of shampoo, then coats the tips of her hair with purple conditioner for her pink dye. The water around her feet all at once, murky and dark. Nothing matters. Then the shower door opens. She can tell from the way that the cold air from the bathroom hits her back, and Mira doesn't even turn around as she rolls her eyes. Are we getting to the part when I have to mute or not? I'll see. I'll see. She feels Rumi's warm hand smooth over her waist. Okay. Do I have to mute? Sorry, let me go back to the Discord. LMFAO, if you need it. I'll see. I'll see when I need to mute. Okay. Kiki kiki kiki. And okay, okay. Then okay. Sorry. She feels Rumi's warm hand smooth over her waist as Rumi kisses the back of her shoulder. The cascade of the shower head feels just as wonderful as Rumi's lips on her skin. Mira brings her hands down from her hair to turn around. Rumi greedily presses her lips against the R on her front shoulder. Mira can feel her sucking on it. She can feel the promise of teeth against it too. She already knows what Rumi wants. It's the same routine every time that Rumi needs to leave. But today, Rumi's smiling face is flushed pink, glowing, happy pink. Even without her glasses and with the steam curling around them, Mira can tell. It makes her giggle under her breath. What has you so happy? Mira teases. You, Rumi says. Mira already expected this answer just as she expected Rumi's addition of, and your shoulders, and your stomach, your boobs, you. So romantic. Mira draws a small giggle on her lips. I don't know. When do I have to mute? I don't know. Should I mute? I don't know. Rumi puts her hands on her waist and pulls her in close, kisses her under the stream of warm water like her life depends on it. Now, now. Okay, everyone's saying now, now, now. Okay, we're in the Discord. I'm gonna mute for however long this scene takes. Give me a second. Okay. Give me that, give me training. Of course she will, when she has the time. Rumi too much, or maybe she'll just avoid it altogether if she misses her like that. Who knows? It's not like it's important, but the admission clearly makes Rumi happy. Rumi kisses her ardently. It's an odd twist after the sluggish morning they had, but Mira welcomes it with an exhausted hum. Her fingers dig into the side of Rumi's thigh to keep herself steady, and Rumi laughs. Just don't look until I leave, okay? Rumi asks her. She sounds serious. Mira laughs at the earnestness. She can't take it seriously when Rumi's this cute and up close. I won't, baby. I promise. It's an easy one to keep anyway. Rumi drops her shoulders in relief and kisses her hard on the mouth before Mira can ask her about it. They help each other wash off the stench of sex and the taste of sweat. It's something they're accustomed to, quiet intimacy under the waterfall of the shower, all while the speaker plays their favorite songs. Mira keeps track of all their favorites for her to add to a future playlist, one meant to play at a wedding venue, no matter how big or small. It will exist either way. Rumi massages Mira's hair for her as the conditioner washes out, leaving only shiny pink hair. Why? 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 Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Why would you fucking do that? Why? No, cause why? 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 What was the fucking reason? Ugh. This fic is a fucking prison. This fic is a prison. Okay, I'm coming back. Oh my god. Oh my god. Rumi is the one massaging her hair. Yeah. 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 Hi, Rachel. This is Give Me That Candy Floss, Alice. Give Me That Candy Floss, chapter 16. No, what was the reason, Jaime? I know Jaime's not here, right? Like they're pretty busy. Just you wait. Oh, Artie, just wait. Artie, are you okay? Cheese. Cheese. Jaime is evil. So I don't know. I don't know if I'm okay. Um then Mira and like saying putting that sentence right after she's talking about their wedding playlist, sick and twisted. I'm gonna open my door. Hot as fucking here. It's hot as fucking this hottest room I'm in. Okay. Ugh. Okay. Then Mira helps rub Rumi's back with a soapy washcloth. One of her favorite parts of their showers, really. She loves admiring Rumi's back and the way that a few freckles lie there for her to find and count again. No other person on the planet knows about Rumi's back freckles. Only her. She quite enjoys seeing freckles. To her, they look like beautiful constellations. Nice. Zoe haunting the everywhere. Truly. Mira helps her wash out her and murmurs in between and giggle whenever one of them almost slips or knocks down a product from the shelf. She likes the shower just because of the opportunity to ogle her fantasy of washing and having each other's backs, but because they don't fight here. They have never fought in the shower. It's the only place in the world where they've yet to fight, and Mira wants to keep it that way because it reminds them of rain. That's what I was thinking of. Rumi hushes her wandering thoughts with another giggly kiss as Mira absent-mindedly rubs Rumi's chest with the washcloth to rid it of soap. Rumi mumbles, "Thank you. I love you." And Mira's shoulders drop in relief. tense relief. "I love you" is said at least 4 times. Sounds so easy between them. "I love you" than to do. "I love you" is something Mira will never tire of saying, even if they fight or cry or disappear to other sides of the world, which is happening more and more as the days go on. Mira is tired a lot of the time, but she will never be tired of saying, "I love you." Rumi turns off the shower. Mira gets their towels and dries off Rumi's hair for her. Rumi's hair dryer is one of her secret pleasures of sleeping over at Rumi's. Sometimes she does it for herself, but then that would leave her with no excuse as to why she wants to sleep over at Rumi's so often. As she often does, stays over at Rumi's. Mira sprawls across Rumi's bed and scrolls through her phone while she waits for Rumi to finish getting dressed. "What time is it?" Rumi calls out. She's already half dressed for her flight and feels her heart drop. It's They did all that shit before 10 o'clock. Sorry, they had breakfast. They watched an episode of a K drama. Um, they and it's just 10 a.m. They bed for like talking and like chilling before that. I'm like, girl, that's I am not a morning person, so I'm like, that's crazy. Your flight leaves in an hour, Mira yells back. Rumi pokes her head out of her bathroom to squint at Mira, lounging on the bed. Really? She asks in disbelief. We were in the shower for an hour? Okay. You were in the shower for an hour, so it was 9 a.m. You had breakfast. You watched a K drama. You were in bed for God knows how long before that. Then waking up at 6 a.m. Thank you, Ma. Oh my God. Thank you. I don't understand them. Finger fucking your girlfriend and wasting precious water. Rumi throws a toothpaste cap at her. Her aim is accurate enough that it hits Mira right in the shoulder, right where her tattoo is, and Mira laughs and laughs. She places the cap back on Rumi's bedside table to put back later. Mira helps bring Rumi's luggage to the door. She takes Rumi's jacket from the closet and helps her into it. She kisses Rumi's cheek, reverent and like a wife, and Rumi thanks her by giving her a peck on the lips. Rumi bats her eyelashes. Mira already knows what's coming next. Yobo, can you? Rumi starts, voice high and sweet. Yes, I'll drive you. Mira sighs under her breath, and Rumi presses an exaggerated jaw in thanks. Just it. You don't have to call me that to get me to drive you. I know, Rumi says with a laugh, cheeks flushed pink again. I just thought you'd like it. She does. She likes it a lot. She kind of wishes that Rumi would call her that more often. But beggars can't be choosers, so she keeps her mouth shut while she looks for. They leave the house to leave. She'll be taking commercial this time. Oh my god, Rumi taking commercial? That's crazy. But there's still no concern about being late. Rumi if needed, and Mira is a driver when it comes to navigating shortcuts to the airport. There's a chance that Rumi sitting next to someone in business class will start a fire. It's one of their cattier arguments, Mira will admit. Yet she still stands by the fact that seeing her girlfriend splattered all over Dispatch and the internet with mile high club rumors with A-list male celebrities doesn't feel good in the slightest. And Rumi had stood by the fact that if Mira trusted her, there wouldn't be any issues. She trusts Rumi. She trusts Rumi so much that it hurts. It's not the fact that she thought Rumi would do anything like cheat. It's the fact that she knew people out there better than her. People who could make Rumi laugh more. people who could love Rumi better, people who could spoil Rumi and love her 1,000 times more than she ever could. And Rumi would finally see that. But Rumi always laughed at the thought that there were people better than Mira. She never saw the hurt. Though Mira supposes that's been happening more often between the two of them. On either side, the scoffing followed by the blindness to the hurt. But they'll get through it, she's sure. They always do. They always will. They always have to. They park in a private strip of the airport reserved for people like them, or more accurately, people like Rumi. People who have things to hide from the public, things like Mira. Mira takes Rumi's luggage out of the trunk. She has to bat Rumi's hand away, a dance they've done since their very first date. It's familiar and affectionate, and something that Mira would never tire of, just as much as she wouldn't dare to tire of the I love yous. Rumi looks left and right, then reaches on her tiptoes and pecks her so quickly on the lips that it almost doesn't register to Mira. She's used to that, though. Having a rushed, light kiss is better than nothing at all. It took them so many arguments to agree to share that kind of kiss out here. Mira tucks her in by the belt loop. She doesn't pull Rumi in close enough that someone will bother, but just enough that it catches Rumi's attention. Mira leans against her car and tilts her head at Rumi. Home 2 days before our anniversary? Mira clarifies. She knows Rumi will be. She just wants to hear Rumi say it. And she just nods, a little distracted as she looks around this as ever, always so nervous that someone might see and ruin her. Mira presses her lips together. Sometimes she wishes she could put herself in Rumi's shoes, but it's hard to this. She tries, though. She always tries. You'll pick me up, right? Rumi asks her sweetly. Of course, Mira wants to answer. Of course I will. I'll always be here waiting for you. I have done nothing but wait for you. Wait! It rests like ash on her tongue rather than the intended sugar. It's hard to be sweet when their love has tasted like bitter coffee lately. Sure, Mira says quietly. Just text me the gate and time, and I'll be there. You know I would do anything for you. Rumi smiles at her. It's strained at the corners, but Mira can tell that it's genuine. It's sweet, too, and she has to restrain herself from leaning over to kiss her on the lips for it. How cruel this love can be, with Mira forced to stare at forbidden fruit more often than she can have it. The bites that she can get, she takes what she can have, and it's all she can do. A starving alley cat doesn't get to choose. Rumi surprises her by pressing another kiss. It's still a quick, light kiss, but it's one more than Mira is used to during their goodbyes. Seeing their picture in the locket must have made Rumi much happier than she realized. Instead, the locket around her neck, it, it feels like having Rumi. Then I'll see you soon, Rumi replies. Her voice drops, as if to share a secret only for them, and she says, I love you. I love you more, Mira says, reflex and instinct and adoration all at once. She can barely stop herself from wrapping her arms around Rumi and kissing her so fervently that they both end up breathless. Text me when you land. I will, Rumi promises. They've had this exact conversation at least 1,000 times by now. It's the same conversation they always have whenever Rumi has to fly out, and on the rare occasion that Mira has to, too. The goodbyes are just as hard as ever, but at least Mira knows that they'll have their hellos again, no matter how painful the journey is to get there. Yeah. Turbulence in their relationship is so commonplace that Mira doesn't know what it's like to have clear skies anymore. Sorry, that sentence was just like GTC in a nutshell. They will have their how painful the journey is to get there. Then Rumi gives her a meek wave over her shoulder as she rolls her luggage away, and her guards are immediately by her side to take her things and usher her inside before any of her fans can recognize her. Watching her watching her leave crushes something in Mira's chest. It should be oh my god, it should be her helping bring Rumi's luggage inside. It should be her pointing out the flight times on the board and helping her hide underneath her black jacket. But it isn't. One day, she hopes that it gets to be her. And if it doesn't, well, Mira can reconcile with that. She's sure. She has to. Mira catches the scent of petrichor. You get one spin. You get one chair spin. Fucking trigger words. Mira catches the scent of petrichor right before she climbs back. Drivers. This fic is. She looks up in excitement, only sight of the cloudless sky. It'll days. It'll rain, and then Mira can text her how the weather reminds her so much of them. It's hard to run away from rain. And the next sentence is if there's one thing that but we're taking a break here because it's my break time. It's line break. I hate everything. Nothing matters. This will jump back and forth with timelines now. Jaime likes to hurt us. Hope that helps. Well, yes. Well, yes. Well, yes. Oh, sorry. That was. Can I jump the press? Oh my god, Rose is here. Already got through it, but Burr might imploded if you were here. No, yeah, it was rough. Hi, Rose. Oh, this is fun. I forgot this was here. Happy, fuck you. It'll rain on better days might be my favorite line in this entire fic. It's really good. The collective sigh. Sometimes I see the past Discord stream for chapter 15 and it's like oh Artie, oh Artie, oh Artie, oh Artie back to back and it makes me laugh so much. Oh Artie, oh Artie, oh Artie. The fingers, yeah. Just like the fingers. The fingers. I'll do my Discord requirements when I find some paper. Real as hell. Okay. Yeah, Jaime is so evil, but god damn it, they're a good writer. Oh, Artie. Oh, Artie. It's very funny. It is. There is no smut in Boston Say. Wait, what? Now we have to redo that shower scene with Rose here. I'm pretty sure Rose can do that on her own as well. Listen, like I got through it. It's just that there was so much happening that I'm just sad. Like I'm gonna groan and I'm gonna moan and shit, and but I'm just gonna be like, this is so sad. Like I know what ended up happening. There's definitely not smut in the next chapter, Gekto. Where's the rest of it? Okay, we'll see, Happy. We'll see. Okay, I don't know okay, I will get out from the Discord because y'all are gonna fucking spoil it. Zoe, the queen of haunting the narrative of this damn story. No, real as hell. Wait for me, I'm coming. Oh, yeah. I was reading Tegan's comments on YouTube. Okay. Roomy perspective. Here we go. How often did you have to pause reading 15? A couple of times. A couple of times. I don't remember how much. But like I also had technical issues with 15, so prepare for therapy. Okay. If there's one thing that Rumi is good at, it's running. It's a big claim to make. She knows just how many people talk about how well she can sing and belt, or the way she can dance every genre, how she somehow wins every archery round during. Rumi is talented at many things, but her greatest talent is running. It has always been running. Sometimes she wonders if she runs because she's so full of herself that she's convinced she could outrun the rain. She wouldn't be surprised if that was true. When she was a child, after big celebrity parties, she would often stare up at the sky, at the night sky, as she ran away from the moon, thinking that she could outpace it. Her mother used to laugh about it. She can still hear her father's panicked shouts after her. Their laughter and shouts are the only thing she remembers of them anymore. It's funny that she only remembers them because she ran. Rumi can feel the rain now, sharp against her skin. No longer the gentle caresses they once were. No soft trail. Are we at the fucking car? No soft trails over her cheeks like cold, gentle knuckles in the afterglow of love. These drops fall hard, slicing across her face like tiny knives. She's running. Rumi has always loved to run. Yes, yeah, okay, we're present time, present time. She wonders if it's hailing. The rain hurts so much that it feels like golf balls against her skin, though it might be tears. It might be the blur and prickle of tears that fills her eyes and tighten her face. It might be the sob that tears through her throat every few steps that hurts so much. Her fault. Her fault. Their fault. Her fault. Been nearly this cold. That was her fault doing. She's a dark red stain on the he loves. Rumi can't feel her body as she runs. She can't feel the cold that seeps into her skin anymore. Not since she crossed the last intersection and nearly slammed into a motorcyclist. Her feet have gone numb from striking the hard ground and the cold that permeates it. It's hard to see in the rain, and it's just as hard to run in it. But she runs away. She runs and runs and runs because that's the thing she's best at. Her foot slips. It nearly sends her falling onto the sidewalk, face first, but Rumi manages to right herself. She keeps running despite the pain in her ankle. She keeps running because she has to. A car, dark and so close to the color of the rain that Rumi nearly doesn't see it, pulls up to the curb next to her and slows. It matches her pace, her wild, running, limping pace. It feels like a mockery. Isn't she running fast enough? Isn't she doing enough? Isn't she doing enough? The window rolls down. Pink. She can't smell the pink peppers from here. The rain covers it up. Rumi? Mira yells over the sound of roaring rain. She has one hand on the steering wheel as she sticks her head out of the window. Her eyes are wild, desperate. There's there's more emotion on her face than Rumi has seen in years. It makes her want to rip the side mirror off just as much as she wants to fall to her knees and sob. Hasn't she ever been enough? Hasn't she ever done enough? Why couldn't she just be enough? Rumi, get in the car, Mira snaps. I told you to not follow me. Hear her over the roaring rain. It wouldn't matter if they could hear each other anyway. The rain may be loud, but the looks on their faces are enough. The way that they're looking at each other is more than enough. They know how to read each other better than anyone else in the world, and Rumi despises it. Somehow, Rumi wishes that they never met, just as much as she wishes that they could have everything that they ever wanted. Rumi slips again in a crevice in the sidewalk. Her arm instinctively shoots out to right herself on the brick next to her, but she tumbles anyway, and her forearm screams with hot pain. Grunting, Rumi gets up and leans against the wall. She cradles her arm to her chest like it's a baby, and she looks down at the damage. It's a surface level wound, at least. It's not broken from what she can tell, but if it were, it wouldn't have mattered to her. It wouldn't have mattered at all. The rain pours, and the red of her blood spills down her forearm to her elbow until it drips and mixes with the clear water. She blinks back tears. A sob nearly claws its way out of her throat, but she won't let it. Like a dog, she's meant to hide herself away and lick her wounds. She wouldn't ever do this where people could see her, where people could judge and mock her for being useless. Culling the herd would start with her. The car stops next to her. The headlights are still on as the door swings open. And then Mira is marching over to Rumi. No umbrella in sight, just her angry, expressive eyes and her damp pink hair. The rain muddles the way that she's looking at Rumi, but she can tell that Mira is angry. Good. At least she feels something. At least there's something to be angry about. At least Rumi can lose her again, this time knowing that Mira felt something. The shirt that she's wearing is Rumi's. Rumi laughs humorlessly under her breath at the irony. Out here in the rain, they could ever love somewhere in the hospital, gone for all they know. And this is the only time that Rumi can claim her. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Give me a second, y'all. I need to plug my phone. Oh, okay. The dog and cat parallels. We love to see it. Okay. I'm not pulling an Artie again. Oh my oh my god. Score chat. I'm gonna put it like this. Oh, cool. Oh, the joys of coming from a musical loving family. Real as hell. Okay. Okay. That is an insane sentence. Okay, I'm gonna read that again. Out here in the rain with everything they could ever love somewhere in the hospital, gone for all they know. And this is the only time that Rumi can claim her. Funny how that works. Mira's arm. She reaches out to curl her fist and twists Rumi's arm so gently that Rumi nearly cries out like an injured dog. She doesn't deserve tenderness and docility. Not now. She doesn't think she ever has. The pouring rain runs down Mira's cheeks like tears. Rumi wishes she could keep this picture of her forever. Maybe she can pretend that this is how Mira looked at her when they left each other. Maybe she can pretend that this is where it ended. Tears are so much better than what happened between them. Tears meant that their 2 years together mattered. Get in the car, Mira tells her. Her words are hardly audible over the cacophony of the world around them. Rumi wishes she could tear Mira apart, wishes she could snatch her arm back, and they still love each other. This has never been part of the agreement. This was never even supposed to happen, and now Rumi is lost. Rumi is lost, and she wishes she could lean into Mira's chest and sob like a child, like she used to. She almost does. Instead, she bites back. I don't want to get in your stupid car. Their push and pull is so familiar. It feels unnatural to do anything else. Rumi? Mira hisses, and the corners of her eyes tighten in that way, the way that Rumi is only familiar with from that night. Get in my fucking car. This needs to be treated. I can get it treated myself, Rumi snaps as she finally pulls back her arm. She watches the anger flare on Mira's face. She sees the anger just as much as she sees the bitter anguish. Why didn't you look at me like this before? She wants to scream over the storm. Why didn't you tell me you love me? Why didn't you show me? Why couldn't we have done this together? It's faster to get to the hospital in my car, Mira starts. I'll get there anyway, Rumi snaps. She watches Mira's chest rise and freeze with her anger. She watches the way that her anger is so palpable that Rumi can practically taste it on her tongue. She wonders how Mira's disdain would taste with the raindrops. Are you really going to walk 10 fucking miles to get to the hospital? Mira shouts at her, face contorted in fury. What are you going to do if you bleed out on the sidewalk because you're too stubborn to get help? What happens if someone gets to you first? What happens if you never get there? Rumi thinks she means it. What happens if you get there and Zoe isn't there anymore? Sometimes Rumi wishes she could run faster. I don't know, Rumi shouts in her face. Her voice cracks and trembles. It hardly matters to her. Not for this. I'll figure it out. I always figure it out. You have a solution right here, Mira screams, and she points to the car so angrily that Rumi flinches. You can get you can get hurt. You are hurt. You need to sit your ass in my car right now. Or what? Rumi challenges. She can feel her chest stuttering with horrible bouts of sobering hiccups. Or what, Mira? Are you going to grab me and pull me in here and pull me in there anyway? Are you going to keep screaming at me about how stupid I am until the rain stops? That this was my fault? Are you going to get back in your car and leave me behind again? That feels like the safest choice. Leaving me earlier would have prevented this. People aren't meant to stick around in her life. She's not allowed to keep nice things. Things will always go wrong in her life, whether she wants them to or not. God, did it have to be Zoe? Whose mercy did she whose mercy did she have to fall to her knees for just to change places? She would do it in a heartbeat for Zoe, for the who's looking at her with so much grief that Rumi could cry. You need to get in my car, Mira repeats, her breathing steady. Right now. You can't ask me that, Rumi. You hate whenever I run, don't you? You hate it because you know I always do. What else do you expect from me? I said you like to run away, Mira snaps. She takes a step towards forehead creased with anger. But at least now you're running to something. I hate that you're still being a fucking coward, Rumi, but at least from you. The admission threw Rumi like a shard of ice to the chest. She can hardly breathe through the pour of the rain. I don't know what you want me to say, Rumi mutters, her voice low. Louder would have broken her further. I don't know what you want me to do. I never knew what you want me. I still don't, and I don't care. I need you to leave me the fuck alone. Mira laughs like she's in disbelief. Rumi can hardly believe it either. Mira pivots on a heel to look down the street, like she is just realizing how dark the road looks up ahead in the storm. She puts her hands over her face and pulls back her wet hair. She's trembling from the cold. Rumi hasn't felt cold in a while now. I don't care what you're thinking right now. I don't care how much you want to hurt yourself for what we did, Mira snarls, and Rumi flinches again at the hate that spews from her words. So thunderous, her back to that night. And Mira continues, I don't care that you want to I don't care what you want to fucking say to me, Rumi. You need to get in my car because you and I both know that we can't show up without the other. Why not? Rumi presses. She wasn't thinking about that. She was going to show up there alone and sopping wet from the rain with a bleeding arm and demand they let her see Zoe. If Zoe was still. Because Zoe wouldn't have wanted it, Mira shouts at her, her brow furrowed with deep set frustration. I don't care what you want from me because this is about Zoe. Does that make you feel better? Mira tilts her head in confusion. Does it feel good that you can hold yourself together better than I can? Because I want you to know that I would run down this road for Zoe a million times, and I'm not doing it to prove a point to you. This isn't about you. When have I ever? Mira growls as she runs her hands over her wet hair again. The rain is making it hard to see. Rumi thinks that it's a good thing. Discerning the rest of the emotions on Mira's face would have broken her again. I'm not asking you to get in my car because I want Zoe to think that I'm a better person than you. I'm asking you to get in my car because fuck, Rumi. Her voice breaks. It breaks, and Rumi's heart breaks. I can't lose you, too. Rumi's breath stills. The raindrops on her skin still feel like stones to a sinner. It tells her that she's alive, at least. It keeps her standing where she is, staring at Mira like she just doesn't understand. How could she say that to her? When has that ever been something Mira was afraid of? And she hates that Mira knows her so well because Mira's eyes search the tension in her face. And she answers, her voice loud enough to overtake the rain. I can't lose you tonight, Rumi. God, not now. Please. We can deal with our stupid fuck need to go. Rumi can't breathe, says, and she practically spits the request. It's the wild look in her eyes that tells Rumi that she still means it. Oh, Rumi watches her face. It means that she can see every wrinkle and pore on Mira's face, even through the curtain of rain. There are new wrinkles on Mira's face. There's another line in the furrow of her brow. They've only been apart for a few years. So much has changed, and yet so much still remains. Baby, seasons change, but people don't. Anyway, she never realized that Mira ever had the capacity to grovel. She had seen Mira cry so many times in the past, but she had never seen such tangible grief on her face until now, until the rain washed away her iron exterior. I don't know what to do, Rumi whispers, voice cracking. She doesn't know how many times she's repeated that in her head. Or all of this. She used to have all the answers. She used to know what to do. Their fault. Their fault. Their fault. Mira swallows. She can see the way her neck tenses with that painting of fear, and Rumi wishes she could take it all away from her. She wishes she could carry the burden of their mistakes and lock herself away. Doing that would feel so much better than standing right here with her, not knowing what to do. Get in my car, Mira tells her levelly. It's scary how fast Mira can put her walls up. Get in. You don't have to talk to me. We don't have to blame each other if we don't talk to one another, is what Rumi imagines she means. But what do we do? Rumi blurts out. What do we do if she can taste the raindrops in her mouth, her tears too. She doesn't have to clarify herself to Mira. Mira already knows her too well, and she knows how fragile they are now. So all Mira says is a shaky, I don't know, but I'll be here. It's something she used to tell her all the time to comfort her. It doesn't feel like comfort now, more like the promise of a bitter fallout at the end of the road again, but at least it feels like something. At least it's something. So Rumi swallows down the bile in her mouth, and she nods. Her lip is trembling. She knows that Mira can see it, but Mira doesn't say anything to her. And jab and scratch the way that she. Mira doesn't take her hand. Rumi can tell what she wants to. Rumi can tell that she wants to from the way that Mira's fingers instinctively reach out to take her unbroken arm before she remembers herself, retracts, and walks back to her car. Their seat, the heated seats don't help as Mira wipers going faster than Rumi has ever seen them. They don't talk to each other. The pounding of the rain against the windows and the rumble of the engine beneath their feet are more than enough. Rumi hugs herself to keep from shivering too hard. She can still feel the rain clinging to her clothes. She can feel how cold they are against her, and she thinks of how hard it will be to rid herself of it later. Rumi's fingers dig into the wet fabric of her clothes. She makes herself smaller in her seat, as small as she can manage. Yay. What are y'all saying? Oh, okay, it wasn't that bad. What? What are y'all saying? Oh, the next part is your favorite? Cool. I'm taking a break, y'all. I'm actually gonna turn on. I'm just checking the Discord chat. No. Please. Oh. 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 Oh, everyone else is being like, okay, okay, to me, and nobody else. No, I believe you are. Buckle up, Artie. It's not even that bad. I love y'all. Okay. No, okay. I mean, it hurts, but it could be worse. Realize how I was getting to you for real. I am gonna play the. Is the audio? I'll see. I'll see how I. Okay. Okay. I'll see what I do with the audio. Oh my god, we got a galaxy. Nat, oh my god, thank you. And then you can listen to audio later. Is the audio in the fic or should I pull it up separately on Twitter again? I was then shot 57 times. The audio is on Twitter. Okay, I'll pull it up. I'll have it ready to go. Classic final words. Okay, I'll pull it up and then we can go back. I need to eat so bad actually, but I'll do that after this. Wait, I'll find it on M's account because M doesn't tweet as much as Jaime. Here, okay. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Sorry, I have to see everyone crash out on product. I'll go get food afterwards. Nat, I swear, I swear. I'm so excited. Y'all know I'm sorry. I love those audios bad. I love those audios bad and I love you too bad. Okay. Flying has never been Rumi's favorite. Flying without Mira is an even more miserable task. Without Mira's shoulder or fingers intertwined with hers, Rumi never relaxes. It's worse when there's turbulence and Mira isn't there to kiss her forehead or to tell her that they'll be okay. Without her shoulder to sleep on, Rumi can't sleep. Without Mira to talk to, a 2-hour flight feels like 10. Each minute that ticks by feels like torture. She can feel herself getting further and further away from Mira, and she doesn't like it. She wants to be back at her penthouse with Mira, trying to cook something from a recipe book or watching another movie on her giant TV. Mira's cold arms have always made her feel so much lighter. Would it be wrong of her to stand up and demand they turn the plane around for her? She considers it briefly, with enough conviction that her fingertip twitches. At least the person next to her is nice company, a businesswoman from Japan, and someone that reminds Rumi a little bit of Mira, a bit of spunk with that signature curl of the lip whenever she smiles, but a gentleness that sucks her in. Apparently, she's been trying to seal a few deals with conglomerates to fund animal shelters. Mira would have definitely liked her. The movie that Rumi is watching on her mini screen wraps up land. She has to hurriedly wipe to her sees and makes fun of her for crying at another rom-com. She knows Mira would have, and she would have slapped Mira's arm over and over to get her to stop. Shortly after shortly after noon, Rumi's plane lands in China. The intercoms repeat their greetings and announcements in Mandarin, then English, then Korean. Rumi rubs the exhaustion out of her eyes. She makes sure to thank the flight attendants and pilot before she leaves the plane. They smile brightly at her, no doubt starstruck by someone like Rumi on a commercial flight, and Rumi makes her way out. The businesswoman she sat next to catches up to her as they leave the plane. She hands Rumi her business card and tells her, Give me a call if you ever need anything. I'm sure my company would be more than happy to oblige any of Rumi's whims." Rumi laughs bashfully. She pockets the business card after briefly memorizing the name on it. I'll take that into consideration. Thank you. I don't have a business card, but well, if I ever need to ask Sunlight Entertainment for Rumi's help, the woman declares, smirking at her in a way that reminds her so much of the love of her life. I will be sure to tell them that I made her laugh on her plane to Beijing. Surely that would get their attention. Rumi laughs politely. I'm sure it will. The businesswoman waves goodbye to her. They separate at an intersection in the airport, and her security team surrounds her on every side, just as the cameras start to flash in her eyes. She's used to all the cameras. She's sure that she was born with them flashing into her newborn eyes anyway. She doesn't even flinch at her security team. She doesn't even flinch as her security team gently leads her through the airport as quietly as they can, despite the clamoring from the paparazzi and the screams of fans who somehow manage to get a hold of her flight schedule. What happens if this gets worse? Mira had whispered to her once, late at night when they were both exhausted from their days. There was a fight that night, but not really, just bitterness in the dark. What happens if the world starts chanting your name and you can't hear me anymore, Rumi? And Rumi had replied with, You're the only voice that matters to me in that crowd, Jagia. She wishes she said more. She wishes she wasn't so tired from all the shoots she had that day to say, oh my God, to say or do something when she noticed that Mira was crying quietly to herself in the dark with her back turned. Her security team helps her load into the back of a black SUV, her hotel, and they lead her just as diligently inside. Her room is large and grandiose, just as her accommodations always are. There's a hot corner of her hotel room waiting for her to use. It makes her wish that Mira was there with her. She should have asked if Mira wanted to come along, but there's a part of her that will always be afraid of the rejection, no matter how small. Ugh. Rumi puts away her luggage and strips out of her plain clothes. She shimmies into something more comfortable, but not as comfortable as pajamas. Her schedule dictates that she has a meeting with the director in about an hour, and that's not nearly enough time for a nap. Instead, Rumi jumps headfirst into her bed and she opens up her phone to her. Mira's name is saved as Yobo with a heart emoji on her phone, and because she's in China, she changes it to Bao Bao, her baby with another heart emoji. It's just something she's always done. She loves changing Mira's name to reflect where she is. It makes her feel closer to Mira despite the distance between them. That's so sweet. That is so sweet. Wait, wait. Nobody hates Rurumi more than Rurumi is correct. Bro, shut up. There's so much noise outside. Shut up. Anyway, okay. I cheer for her if she stopped being stupid. Exactly. Okay. Babo. You're landing in 10 minutes. I hope you get there safe. And I am gonna translate that. Uh Give me a second. Because I'm too curious. Or if someone wants to drop it in the chat. I miss you. Okay. Thank you. I miss you. I hope you know I love you, even from here. You'll do so amazing with your role. I've seen those characters before, but alas, I do not know Korean. Baby, yeah, cool. Cool. And that is, rah. Yeah, Eggy. Okay, cool. Eggy, you'll do so amazing with your role, Eggy. But then Rumi's smile fades away as she swipes downwards further into their chat. The timestamps for Mira's later texts are about an hour after her batch of lovey-dovey ones, just a couple of minutes before Rumi laid in bed. She sits up straighter to reread them a couple of times. Hey, just saw all the news. Look, I'm not saying you did anything or that I'm even blaming you. I'm just a little IDK. Why? I guess. Rumi's brow furrows as she reads through them. Why what? What did she do? All she did was watch movies and listen to music on the plane, and then she made a beeline straight to her hotel. What? Heart pounding in her chest, Rumi opens up the first social media app she sees on her home screen. Hands shaking, she opens the trending page. She prays that there's nothing actually there for her to panic over. The last thing she wants is to panic about something so close to their anniversary, to 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 what they want, to what she's about to get. I'm gonna pew. And there, smack dab in the middle of her screen, is an article about her. She gets a lot of those, to be fair. Everyone loves pop princess Rirumi, especially since her new album debuted at #1 just a couple of months ago. She has a bright future ahead of her, and everyone wants to cash in. But this one isn't about any of the interviews that she gave recently, or records that she broke, or anything of the sort. Instead, it's a paparazzi picture of the businesswoman on her flight leaning in to tell her something. Of course. Rumi is laughing. Her eyes are shining. Okay. Rumi remembers that moment well. She had been smiling that wide because talking to her felt like talking to Mira, and any thought of Mira could put an instant smile on her face. But the tabloids don't know that. They don't know that Rurumi is so madly, deeply in love with Kang Mira that she's been planning to wrap up this one last movie in Beijing and to wrap up just one last album for Sunlight Entertainment before she took Mira's hand and jumped into the fire together. Ah! Ah! Cheap imitations. Ah! They don't know that Rumi loves her so much that she's willing to do this alone, to put herself through hell, to go through 19 hours of work every single day for the last few months just so she could fix this. 19 hours is crazy. So that she could have everything, so that she could have the legacy, the pride of her family, and Mira. And Mira. Always Mira. Nobody knows that except Rumi. I was talking okay, when I was talking to my roommate yesterday, I told him about the whole, like, she was going to quit, like, they were gonna run away, and and my roommate was just like, "Well, she should have told Mira." Like but, like, there's an element of it was supposed to be a surprise, I get it, but also 19 hours is crazy. Yeah. I'm kind of with your roommate there, but also I fear I get Rumi so much. I get Rumi. I completely get why she wanted it to be a surprise. I think that's super romantic from her point of view. Um I just think it's funny that like whenever I tell my roommate about this fic, he's always like, they should have just done this. Oh fuck. I'm running out of battery again. Nor. Oh, Nor. Guys, give me a second. Let me plug my computer. Both my computer and my phone are dying. Okay, we're so back. We were never over. We were literally never over. Yeah, well, your roommate and everyone else, including me. Yeah, yeah. No, yeah, exactly. Healthy communication in GTC? Don't think so. No, yeah. Okay. Okay. Da, 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 da. Nobody knows that except Rumi. So, to the rest of the world, it looks as though Rumi was sparking a romance at the airport. It looks like a start to something new, especially when she never really smiled that wide, even with her co stars. To the rest of the world, they see a budding romance that could be the scoop of a lifetime, and no one wants to miss out on that. To Mira, it probably looks as though Rumi was leaving her for someone better. Roll everything that Jaime said with others thing. Anyway, um, Rumi can already see her thoughts now. Mira's voice trembles every time something like this happens. In her eyes, she can see how frustrated Mira looks in the forefront of her. So frustrated at the prospect of being so vulnerable and just wanted to scream and yell, even though that had never been in Mira's nature. Rumi's heart plummets straight into her stomach. That wasn't her intention at all. That had never been her intention. But she seems to have a talent for hurting Mira at every single turn. None of them were Mira. Well, yes. Well, yes. Rumi calls her as quickly as she can. Her phone nearly slips from her grasp, but she manages to get it pressed to her cheek before Mira answers. She breathes a sigh of relief when Mira answers with a curt, "Hey." At least Mira answered this time. Sometimes when something like this happens and Rumi is halfway across the world, Mira wouldn't answer at all. Or she would just text Rumi all her unfiltered, cutting thoughts, which Rumi knows she only does so Rumi wouldn't hear the tremors in her words. Mira? Rumi breathes, and she hates that she can hear how sharply Mira inhales at the sound of her name. I didn't, I didn't. I know, Mira says brusquely. She must have heard the venom in her voice too, because she clears her throat just a second later. I know, I told you I wasn't blaming you. I just wanted to know what happened. Nothing happened, Rumi says, a little too defensively. She can practically see Mira's tight face at the tone of her voice. I was just we got off the plane and she gave her business card in case we wanted to talk some more. Talk some more? Mira asks, an edge of suspicion. What the hell would you be talking to her about? It was barely a 2-hour flight. What could you two have talked about that was? Mira, it's not a big deal, Rumi says, a little impatiently. She pulls back her phone to check the time and she bites down hard on her lip. She has about 10 minutes before she needs to start reapplying her makeup and getting ready for her meeting. We were just talking about our favorite movies and our campaigns on the flight. We didn't even talk for most of it because she was on the phone with her husband and I was watching movies and thinking about you. That does nothing to soften the blow for Mira. It never does. She thinks it was worth a shot anyway. Then why were you? Mira starts, her voice rising. Then she stops. She goes a little quiet, and Rumi immediately understands why. This isn't the first time they've been here. Sometimes Mira assumes the worst. Sometimes, in place of Rumi being unable to talk about her feelings or what she does on a day to day basis, Mira assumes and guesses and fills in the blanks. Most of the time, the blanks she fills are accurate enough for Rumi to give her stamp of approval. Sometimes, on days like this, Mira gets it so strong that Rumi wishes she could snap at her to stop trying to put words in her mouth. But she's done that before and it wasn't pretty. This isn't going to be pretty. Mira inhales a shaky breath. She was looking at you like she wanted something, Rumi, and you. She's a businesswoman. Rumi swipes her hand over her forehead in frustration and plants her feet on the hotel carpet to ground herself. Her fist tightens on the blankets. Of course, she wanted something. She wanted connections. Whatever you're thinking about, it's not. Then what am I thinking about, Rumi? Mira asks her quietly. What is it I'm thinking about that already makes you so angry with me? I'm not angry. Rumi makes a noise in the back of her throat. She rubs her hand over her face dejectedly. We've talked about this before. Even if she was flirting with me, it wouldn't have mattered. I want you. I'm not going to. Well, you were looking at her like you wanted something else. Mira snarks. Rumi's mouth clams shut. Her jaw tightens and ticks. She breathes in deep to try and steady herself, but it doesn't really work. She adores a lot of things about Mira, one of them being her ability to be honest, always. But sometimes her brashness doesn't rub the right way, even if Mira tells her over and over that it's just in her nature to be brutally honest. It doesn't rub right because Rumi wants to argue against it, but she doesn't know how to. It's hard for Rumi to be honest because her candor has always had a lid on it, media training and ruminating thoughts, or both. It's hard for Rumi to be direct with how she feels. She doesn't know how. And Mira doesn't know how not to be direct. They're angry at each other, not just because of what they're talking about, but because they don't know how to talk about it. It's how everything starts with them. It's how everything always does. Yeah, they're a matchstick against stone, a burning ignition whenever they clash. It's always the burnout that gets to Rumi the most, though. I wasn't looking at her like I wanted anything, Rumi snaps, her throat constricted with her pitch. Her heart is pounding hard in her chest. She stands and paces her hotel room, hands smoothing over her hair as her upper lip curls with ire. Why are they back here again? They were having such a good morning. They could still have a good day, but oh, you know that's bullshit, Mira says. And Rumi can hear the sneer so clearly in her voice that she wants to slam her phone against the wall. I know you well enough. I know the difference between when you're acting and when you're not, and how you looked at her. So what? Rumi asks, exasperated. Her shoulders are tense and lifted to her ears, like she's bracing against a tear in her throat. What does that prove? I was just laughing with her, Mira. Hell, I don't even remember her name. And what does that prove? Mira answers in distaste. Rumi can't breathe. So you talked to a woman whose name you barely knew and hit it off. That's what the tabloids say. You're kind of proving them right. Rumi exhales shakily, angrily. Are you really going to believe what the fucking tabloids say over me? She can't keep the hurt out of her voice even if she tries. The hurt and the betrayal and all of the anger that she uses as a front. The back of her mind whispers at her to stop, that what she's saying is just driving the wedge between them deeper, and that she's being just as much of a dick as Mira. But they tend to drag each other down anyway. They did promise to always do things together after all. Mira whispers, "Well, if you're just going to keep sidestepping the conversation, then I guess I am too." Is Rumi sidestepping the conversation? I don't think she's sidestepping the conversation. Wait, what are y'all saying? Anyway. I don't think she's okay, Mira. Okay, Mira. Whatever. It hurts more than Rumi can put into words. She wishes she could gather the shards of her heart and turn them into daggers to throw at Mira, just as much as she wishes she could just sweep them all up and cradle them in her arms as she cries. "I'm not sidestepping," Rumi says quickly, her throat pinched tight. She's trying everything in her power to de escalate the growing cloud between them before it storms and strikes them both with hot lightning. "We were just talking about building connections, that's all. Everything we talked about on the plane was superficial. Everything we will ever talk about in the future will be superficial." She hears Mira's breath hitch. She knows that kind of sharp inhale well. Mira is hurt. "In the future?" Mira whispers. "Mira, peace and love. I need you to shut up." Peace and love. Peace and love. Like, girl, come on. I anyway. "In the future?" Mira whispers. Rumi knows her well enough to know that the only reason she's whispering is because she doesn't want to yell. Because yelling comes with more arguing, and arguing comes with tears and refusing to talk to each other from the humiliation of it all. "Rumi, you're planning to talk to her in the future?" "No, maybe. I mean," Rumi growls as she runs her hand over her face in frustration. "She gave me her business card, and I was going to talk to Celine about it when I got back to Korea. I know Sunlight Entertainment wanted more international business, and that woman knew it. But that doesn't mean—" "You're still going to talk to her?" Mira asks in disbelief. "Even after she flirted with you?" "She wasn't flirting!" Rumi explains. Sorry, that's not how she said it. That's not how she said it, but that's how it came out because I'm so pissed. "She wasn't flirting," Rumi explains, her voice tight with annoyance. "You can't keep saying that every person who talks to me is flirting with me. Aren't they?" Mira challenges, and Rumi sits down on the corner of her bed to keep from getting too dizzy with anger. I need to take a fucking set. I'm pissed. Just wait for the audio. Oh, I'm like rubbing my hands. I'm so excited. It's gonna be so fun to listen to this in audio. Oh my god. I'm sorry in advance to Artie. Artie LMAO. Oh my god, Jam is here. Hey. Artie's going to crash out back. Right now, I'm not crashing out. I'm just angry. I'm just like, "Mira, be so fucking for real." Like, oh my fucking god. They both have issues. I get it. They both have issues, but like, anyway. Okay. Okay. Stupid lesbian. Stupid. I got this. Wait. I got the script and I went, "Rumi, you fucking dumbass. Just shut your mouth." I realized how. Oh god. Okay. "Aren't they?" Mira challenges, and Rumi sits down on the corner of her bed to keep from getting too dizzy with anger. "Aren't they, Rumi? You really don't notice how much they like to bat at your arm and laugh with you and tell you that they wouldn't mind doing business with you after meeting you for the first time? That's not them wanting you. As if people don't want you either." Rumi snaps. Her leg is shaking, and Mira says nothing. Why'd you let all those people on the runway touch you like that? Why'd you smile at them like that? The run, babe, that was last month. Mira laughs. I'm laughing. Nothing matters. I'm not. I need to put my hair up. I'm sweating. It's getting hot in here because I'm so pissed. These fucking stupid women. The run, babe, that was last month. Mira laughs, forcefully and deliriously. It was a month ago, and you want to bring it up now? Didn't we talk about having you tell me things as soon as they bother you? It didn't bother me back then. Please, please. Oh my God. Then why are you bringing it up now? To show you how much of a hypocrite you're being. If you want to be so jealous of some rando sitting next to me on the plane, then shouldn't I be jealous of all the times people hit on you? Hit on you? Kang Mira, the hottest heiress in Korea? And you don't think I wish you were jealous because at least that would have shown me that you actually cared about me from time to time. Mira snarls. Whoa! Whoa! The rubber band snaps. It hits Rumi directly in the throat, and she stops breathing. Neither of them really breathe. She can't hear anything on the other side of the phone, at least. Rumi doesn't know how long they sit there in silence, trying their best to right their worlds. The last time this happened, it was Rumi who had let go of the rubber band and snapped Mira in the chest. Something about Mira's tendency to get too clingy. The time before that, Mira had snapped the band right at her cheek when she said that Rumi's efforts weren't enough. Mira's shaky exhale is rough and loud against Rumi's ear. She can imagine Mira standing right next to her, running her hands over her face to steady herself. Then Mira whispers into the phone, I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. I know you care about me. Rumi swallows. I do. You know I do. I care about you so much that it's all I think about sometimes. Caring about you is all I care about. Loving you is all I want to do for the rest of my life. It's why I'm here. It's why I'm here. It's why I'm here and not with you right now. But Rumi could tell her that another day when everything calms down, when she finally has everything that they could ever want and the world becomes perfect. And that's where you were wrong, Rumi. And that's where you fucked up. When everything with them becomes perfect. So Rumi settles on saying, let's talk tomorrow, okay? A pause. Mira's disappointment is so palpable that tears almost spring to Rumi's eyes. I have shoots all day. Sorry, I have shoots all day tomorrow and the day after that, Mira reminds her. And Rumi closes her eyes. I can't call you until Friday, remember? Not even on my breaks. They never align with yours. Then Rumi recalls her schedule for tomorrow and she bites down on her bottom lip so hard. She'll be busy tomorrow too. And the day after, every day until she gets back to Seoul. But even then, she still has a couple of things scheduled that need to be done before she finds her way back to Mira's arms. Tonight is their only chance to call each other and feel close. But as always, Rumi cuts the cord that strings them together. I need some time right now to think, Rumi tells her softly, and it hurts hearing how sharply Mira inhales on the other end, like she had punched her in the gut. I can't when my head's like this. Like Mira deserves better than that. I It's that she sounds so resigned. You know what? I think I need some space too. But Mira's space has always been much longer than Rumi's idea of it. Mira had always used space as a punishment, though unintentionally. I'm sorry we fought, especially right after you landed. That was Rumi can visualize the downward tug of her lips and the look in her eyes, disappointed and upset, and mostly with herself. It hurts to even imagine. Mira inhales shakily. That was really shitty of me. But I should have made you feel better, Rumi whispers, pained. She had every chance to do it, 1,000 chances to make Mira feel better. But all she did was lash out and say all the wrong things. Listen, I'm gonna defend Rumi here. Uh Sometimes the right words just don't come to you. And Mira was escalating. I'm sorry. I am sorry. I am sorry that like she said the wrong words. She just said the wrong words. Like, yes, she could have like that shit happens. She didn't say what she should. And you know what? You know what? This is true. Sometimes me and Rumi say the stupidest shit. Sometimes no, sometimes you say stupid shit. Sometimes things. Sometimes you say, "Oh, they it will be superficial in the future," and your fucking girlfriend goes in the future. Like, I'm sorry. Mira was escalating. Mira needed a chill pill. No, it's so good. I'm not saying it's not good. I'm just playing devil's advocate. I'm just playing devil's advocate. God forbid a girl say something stupid, okay? God forbid a gun being held. If you were Zoe and you had to pick between Rumi and Mira, who are you picking? I'm not answering that. Okay, double it and give it to the next one. Okay, I'm going. I'm going. Okay. She had every chance to do it. All she did was lash out and say all the wrong things. Okay. Mira doesn't say anything to that. She has an inkling as to why. It's because she knows Mira agrees, but Mira doesn't want to upset her further. She's convinced of it. You have your meeting with that director soon, don't you? Mira asks instead. Rumi hates how fast her heart warms at the question. She hates that she thinks, good, she actually remembered this time. It's not a thought she should be having right now, but she tries her best to suppress it. And Rumi replies hoarsely, I do. Then we're shooting a scene later tonight. The schedule's tight because of how much work she needs to get done before she gets back to Korea. Rumi doesn't mind. She wants to be home in time to make it up to Mira. Then Mira sighs, long and hard and disappointed. Disappointed with her, as she always is. I love you, Mira says, and Rumi blinks back tears. Have a good day, Goguma. Usually, Mira ends her calls with, send me a voice message about your shoot if you want. Not today, though. Not when Mira feels like punishing them for a fight with radio silence. And sweet dreams. Talk to you when I'm ready. Rumi bites back a whimper. I love. Rumi starts. But the line cuts! Leaving her hauntingly alone. And Rumi crumbles in on herself. She wishes she could ask if Mira had done that on purpose, or if Mira hadn't hurt her. She can't tell which is a bigger nightmare to her. The world slows down. The H in candy floss stands for happiness. That's funny. Artie, do you want the audio now or after the chapter? Is the audio? Oh, mm, mm, mm. I'll do it after the chapter, I think. I'll do it after the chapter. Let me finish it. Yeah. Yeah. Mira POV. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep going. I'm not gonna take a break. Mira never likes to speed. Before she had met Rumi, perhaps there had been spots here and there when she'd speed through a yellow light or step on the glass over a long stretch of an empty highway. But after, God, Rumi was too precious to her to risk that. Never Rumi. Never ever Rumi. Oh, okay, we're back in the present, right? Right. And it feels like bitter, bitter irony that she barrels down the road now, pushing over the speed limit with her hands clenched so tightly, practically rip it right off. All while it's all thanks to Zoe. If meeting Rumi made her more careful, meeting Zoe made her reckless. Having them collide like this was never her intention. It was never what she wanted. But here she was, disregarding everything she had ever known to race against what feels like a ghost. She's going so fast that the rain droplets have turned into streaks against her windshield. Her car is over its limit. That much she can tell from the way her foot is pressed so far into the pedal that she can feel her calf cramping. Mira never lets go of it, though. Letting go would feel like a sin, and the only thing she wants to do now is repent. What's the point of driving this fast anyway? The back of her mind whispers, you can go 100 miles per hour, but what would that do? What would that outrun? Mira blinks back her tears. She clenches her jaw so tightly that she can feel her teeth creaking together under the roaring engine of her car. She can't cry right now. She needs to focus on the road. She needs to be able to comfort Zoe if she's still awake and lucid, if something hurts, or if Zoe is. Mira's chest stutters. She can feel the tight pain against her ribs, holding her in place. The anger that courses through her body is almost enough to overtake the panic. She's angry that she isn't keeping her head on right. But what can she do? What the fuck can she do? How could she have let this happen? What kind of friend was she to let this happen? Why did she tell Zoe that she liked her on a day meant to celebrate her? Why did she feel the need to one up Rumi so much that she had to tell Zoe and that she had to fuck Rumi and that they had to ignore every call that warned them about Zoe? Her parents were right. Her family was right about her. She doesn't deserve any kind of consolation or love. She's a walking bad luck charm, a black cat that roams the streets. It's her fault. It's her fault. She can't do anything right by the people that she loves. Not with Zoe, not with her family, not with the tree, the hospital. God, the fucking hospital smell still makes her so fucking nauseous. Rumi slips her hand over the center console. Her hand is shaking, and she nearly misses Mira's wrist entirely. She grabs Mira's right hand from the steering wheel, something that she used to do so often when Mira had been too wound up over a shoot or a meeting with her family, and places it on the console between them. Then she intertwines their fingers together, forefinger resting against forefinger, ring on ring. I'm gonna throw up. Oh shit. And their bracelets touch. Mira can feel her bracelet digging into her bone, but the dull pain keeps her alive. It keeps her focused. It lets her think about Zoe. Mira breathes easier. Rumi squeezes her hand. She breathes so much easier. Mira's foot eases off the pedal, not by much, but it's enough that the rain droplets stop streaking and her ears stop popping. The drumming of rain against the sunroof sounds so gentle against the cacophony in her mind that it's unnerving. And it's the look in Rumi's eyes that finally gets her to breathe some more. Rumi's looking at her like she knows. It's sharp pain and sympathy in those eyes. And for once, it doesn't make Mira want to throw insults at her about how she doesn't understand, because she does. They share the blame for what they did, and they might share the blame for the rest of their lives. But what does the rest of their lives matter if it stops when Zoe's does? What can they do but hold each other accountable for committing the same evil? How could they ever get over that? Rumi squeezes her hand again and again and again. a heartbeat almost. It helps Mira breathe easier. She looks back at the road in front of her, her one hand on the steering wheel tight, and she presses harder on the gas. She doesn't care if someone stops them now. She dares them to try. She really, really wants to see them try. She wonders what it is that made Rumi want to hold her hand. She can't help it. After years of forgetting what the lines on Rumi's palm feel like in hers, she's bound to wonder. But her tongue is stapled to the roof of her mouth, and she seems to not be able to ask. Is it because she's scared too? She's used all of her bravery in the rain. The rain had washed away what was left of her courage, and now she's a shivering stray cat behind the wheel of a car that's going too fast. But the rain is too heavy. The rain falls faster than she can ever push the car. She can feel Rumi squeezing her hand so tightly that it practically cuts off her nerves. She doesn't mind it. She wants it. She needs to feel Rumi's warm hand in hers before she falls right apart. The rain beats against the windows like it wants to be let inside. It streaks across the windshield, blurring her line of sight and everything in between. They don't even attempt to turn on the radio to help them to calm themselves, to help calm themselves. They don't need to be calm. They need to be hurt. Mira needs to keep feeling the hand in hers. Mira's nails dig into the back of Rumi's hand. Rumi doesn't even flinch. Rumi has never shied away from her claws. In fact, she only holds her tighter. For once, Rumi holds her tighter. For once, Rumi doesn't let go of her. The warmth in her hand will be there to stay. The bracelet that digs into both of their wrists has banded them for life, pulled them in together for life. Then a bright flash of white LED lights from another car coming up. Wait a damn second. Wait a damn second. I'm not even mad. I just think this is funny as hell. Then a bright flash of white, LED lights from another car coming up. It swerves into Mira's lane and she sees it a second too late. The tire planing. Oh my god. Mira grips the wood as she can, but then thinks of Zoe, Rumi, and takes her off the brake instead. Steers straight, breathe. Holy shit! The rain feels as if it stops. They lurch, locked in by seatbelts. Rumi squeezes. Rumi squeezes. Rumi stays. Mira believes that she really will stay this time. Y'all, Jaime, I'm not even mad. I think it's so funny that you were like, I'm gonna make Zoe get into a car accident and then get the other girls into a car accident. Ayo. Like, oh my god. Artie, no. If y'all thought that I was gonna crash out, I'm sorry for disappointing. uh, Hysterical laughing is the right reaction. No, okay, this is the reaction. Artie, you got possessed by Sunny the way you got just laughed. Oh god, I'm so excited to check out Sunny's face. Oh no, Diva's down. Laughing can be a trauma response. No, guys, I assure you it's not a trauma response. I think it's so funny. Bruh, it is crazy that it's like Mira grips the wheel, she lets go of the brakes, and she's just like, oh, it's just so K-drama, yes. Yeah. Click here if you want a little audio surprise again. Yeah. Honestly, Jaime is just making fun of us. No, no, like literally. Politics about to go up to the gates of heaven. Okay, I'll pull up the brick lore drop cactus. We don't know if they crash. Like it's like they like hydroplaned. Um, takes her foot off the brake and says steers straight. Like she basically steers straight into the other car. I hope Rumi dies. She just steers like so. Yeah, we are made to assume that it's a crash, but maybe it's a gotcha by Hyman. Maybe it's a gotcha. Um. Oh, Mira would have crashed if Rumi wasn't holding her hand. Oh, that's the whole thing. Okay, yeah, that makes more sense. I'm stupid, y'all. No, I'm not stupid. I'm just trying to process a lot of things, and I'm also dying from laughing. Find out next week on Dragon Ball Z. So yeah, yeah, I don't. Yeah, that makes sense to me. The rain feels as if it stops. They lurch, locked in by so they. Yes. Oh, I see. So okay, Mira lets go of the brake, but then when Rumi squeezes, she hits the brake. She hits the brake because they lurch. They lurch. Mira dies. She's so hot that it creates a singularity. Timeline shift ensues. Multiversal time travel. They wake up in superhero universe. You're not supposed to brake if you hydroplane. Because then you skid. That's true. But like, wait. Yeah, braking locks up the wheels. Artie, it's all explained in the doc. Okay. They have traction control, like babes. Guys, is this a good time to reveal that I don't drive? I technically have a driver's license. But I got my driver's license and then like during COVID and then immediately came to New York. Get this woman her keys. I immediately came to New York and I don't you don't drive in New York. NYC public transport. Yeah. Ramiro could never. Um so yeah, I don't drive. So if I because I am stupid, I genuinely don't know. Um um anyone want to get in the car with me and hold hold my hand while we hydroplane? They need to no, real. Okay. Been there, done that, and then okay. GTC signaling making me drive more carefully through. Mira panics when she hydroplanes and does the wrong thing, brakes and turns the wheel. But Rumi squeezes and she remembers her girls and she does the calm right thing when it comes to hydroplaning. So what comes next isn't her fault, mostly. Gotcha. Thank you. That's helpful. Yeah. I'm saving lives by teaching us. Okay. Comes next. Okay. Um. Okay. Okay. It makes more sense now. What comes next isn't her fault, mostly. Okay. Okay, let's do the audio. We yapped way too much, bro. Let's do the audio. I'm let me know if y'all can hear, okay? Oh, let me share this tab. Oh.
Hey. Mira, I didn't do anything. I know. I told you I wasn't blaming you. I just wanted to know what happened. Nothing happened. I was just We got off the plane and she gave me her business card in case we wanted to talk some more.
Talk some more? What the hell would you be talking to her about? It was barely a 2-hour flight. What could you two have talked about that was...
It's not a big deal. We was talking about our favorite movies and our campaigns on the flight. We didn't even talk first of it because she was on the phone with her husband. I was watching movies and thinking about you.
Then why were you... She was looking at you like she wanted something, Rumi, and you...
She's a businesswoman. Of course she wanted something. She wanted connections. Whatever you're thinking about, it's not like that.
Then what am I thinking about, Rumi? What is it that I'm thinking about that already makes you so angry with me?
I'm not angry. We've talked about this before. Even if she was flirting with me, it wouldn't have mattered. I want you. I'm not going to do...
Well, you were looking at her like you wanted something else.
I wasn't looking at her like I wanted anything.
Oh, you know that's bullshit. I know you well enough. I know the difference between when you're acting and when you're not and how you looked at her.
What is that Mira? Hell, I don't even remember her name.
And what does... whose name you barely knew and you hit it off? That's what the tabloids say. You're kind of proving them right.
Are you going to believe what the fucking tabloids say over me?
Well, if you're just gonna keep sidestepping the conversation, then I guess I am too.
I'm not sidestepping. We were just talking about building connections. That's
like,
all.
oh my gosh, she was not sidestepping.
Everything we talked about on the plane was superficial. Everything we will ever talk about in the future will be superficial.
The future? Rumi, you're planning to talk to her in the future?
No! Maybe. I mean, not like that. She gave me her business card and I was going to Korea. I know Sunlight Entertainment wanted more entertainment, but that doesn't
You're still going to
anything.
talk to her? Even after she flirted with you?
She wasn't flirting. You can't keep saying that every person who talks to me is flirting with
Makes
me.
you want to throw up.
Aren't they?
What do you mean I'm more much?
Aren't they, Rumi? Don't notice how they like to bat at your arm and laugh with you and tell you that they wouldn't mind doing business with you after meeting you for the first time? That's not them wanting
As
you.
if people don't want you either? Why'd you let all those people on the runway touch you like that?
The run...
Why'd you smile at
that
them
was
like
last
that?
month.
Nice.
It was a month ago, and you want to bring it up now?
Nice.
Didn't we talk about having you tell me things as soon as they bother you?
Well, it didn't bother me back then.
Then why are you bringing it up now?
To show you how much of a hypocrite you're being. If you want to be so jealous of some rando sitting next to me on the plane, then shouldn't I be jealous of all the times people hit on you? Kangmira, the hottest heiress in Korea, and you don't think
I
that
wish that you were jealous, because at least that would have shown me that you cared about me from time to time.
Nice. Jesus.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. I know you care about me.
I do. You know I do. Let's talk tomorrow, okay?
I have shoots all day tomorrow and the day after that. I can't call you until Friday, remember? Not even on my breaks. They never align with yours.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's fine. I need some time right now to think anyway. I can't call you when my head's like this.
I know, honey. You know what? I think I need some space too. I'm sorry we fought, especially right after you landed. That was really shitty of me.
But I should have made you feel better.
You have your meeting with that director soon, don't you?
I do. Then we're shooting a scene later tonight.
I love you.
Aw.
Have a good day, Kokoma. And sweet dreams. Talk to you when I'm ready.
I love you. I love you too.
Oh. Oh shit. Fuck, man. Yes, R. Yes, hell yeah. Oh, that hit me right in the gut. That's so good. Oh yes, that's so good. You see why this audio killed me? I forgot how it sounded. Oh god. What's up? Hello? Were you saying Zara? Okay, I thought you were calling for me. KJ, it is done. I'm so sorry. Oh, don't say for Ruby. Don't say for. Yeah. What is happening? I'm screaming. That's what. That's what? Yeah. Oh, M and R are amazing. I love them. Okay, let's do art. Oh, then art. Okay. Something something second car crash ending. Okay. Oh, Joy K drama car crash endings, but also as a metaphor to the Rumira relationship being a slow car crash. They are mostly meant to be a cliffhanger. Whoopsie. And my least favorite chapter of all time, so take that as you will. See you next week. I might take a 1 week break after 17 to focus on the last of my finals, but I'll be back. Please do. I can't be here for the snippet. I get possessed. Yummy. Oh, longer snippet. Ooh, okay. Mira checks her watch. She's glanced down at it so many times that its hands could be imprinted behind her eyelids. She wants to smash the watch into pieces just as much as she wants to stare at it until her pupils melt and burn away. There's about 5 minutes left until midnight. Mira swallows, and her limp wrist falls against the tablecloth. 5 minutes until Rumi will have forgotten. 2 days before. She didn't wake up to a single text from Rumi, let alone celebrating 2 years of their love. There were no cards, no chocolates, no flowers waiting for her at her house, or at her shoots, or in her car. There was no one to wish her a happy anniversary because no one really knows about them. And the one person who did had forgotten. No, she didn't forget. Mira thinks to herself. The voice in her head is so small and lovesick that she wants to throw up. She has 4 minutes. She must be doing this as a joke. Or she's just running late. Or she has a surprise for me and she didn't forget and she still loves me. I'm excited. I'm really excited. I feel like this chapter I really got possessed by Sunny's spirit because I'm just like laughing. I'm just like nothing matters anymore. My art isn't here yet, but already just your art is here. There's some, or is this art that you already okay. Also, these are art that I probably haven't seen yet because I was avoiding spoilers. Oh, I drive through the night, walk 1,000 miles to feel your head on my chest. That's so good. I love KJ's art so much. I'm also gonna do TikTok gets to see the art. Pretty art. Yeah. Oh wait, it's here. What? Yeah, of course it's here. And here. Let's see. Silence is getting too cold. We stop fighting because deep down inside we both know just for once what do you want. Baby, tell me the truth. Do you only love me because you have to? Mm-hmm. I mean, this is like last chapter, but yeah. Rah, 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 rah. And this one. Do something, babe. Say something. Lose something, babe. Risk something. Ooh. Yes. Ah, awesome. Oh, I saw this one. Claire. Shout out Claire. I fucking love this one. There's also 2 versions of this book cover. It's so good, and the little details like the locket, the like R, the M tattoo, the little animals, the baby's breath. Like, it's so cute. The bracelets, of course. The rain. Yeah, it's so good. Artie smile makes me smile. It's gonna be, wait, thank you. Gentle Zoe with Ramira to heal you. Oh, I saw this one. I saw this one. It's so cute. I love it. Crazy Ramira cat dog art. Yes. Yeah. 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 This one made me crazy when I saw it. Zoe shaking Mira. Incredible. Healthy version. Ooh, if you like Chinese songs to break it further, here's Rumira art. Ooh, pretty. I've already liked this. I'll take a look at it. Everyone's the reason for the existence of my life. Yeah, I saw this one. Some Mumio hand holding. Oh god. Oh man. Oh, and this is Maxi. Shout out Maxi. Hell yeah. Oh yeah. Even more Rumira hand. I think I saw one of the. Yeah, I saw this one. I didn't know. I saw, but I didn't know the context at all. So yeah. Funny little thing. Oh, I. No, I. Yeah, I've seen this one. Rumira freaking it. Zoe while Rumira were freaking it. Yeah. I love these ones. NSFW kinda. Oh, is it the one where oh, real. Oh, live visibility restricted. I'm sorry, TikTok. Hug restricted me. I got drive, not in the rain. LMFAO, bye y'all. Thank you for the vibes, Artie. Of course. Thank you for the audio, R. Drive safe. Drive safer than these bitches. Devastating art of Zoe. Oh my god. And this is Nick, yeah. Because Nick has also been in my replies about, oh my god, imagine Zoe's audio, Zoe's voicemail. And I'm like, Nick, you're evil. And finally, yes, again, I think I did see this one. What do we do? What do we do if I don't know, but I'll be here. I hope y'all enjoyed the noises I made as we looked at that art. And now we're done looking at the art. Yeehaw. Gremlin noises are peak. I was tweeting the other day because I'm sound designing right now and I was making inhuman noises. Because so I was going like what noise did I even make? I made some wait, I was like listen, the way it cut out is sending me. Yeah. Okay, y'all. Yeah, that's the chapter. Let's play a little song and then I'll say bye and then eat a pizza and then I have to go to tech rehearsal again. Cal, your note, I'm gonna jump. I'll need to, like, check out what's been happening. I'll need to check out what's been happening in the Discord chat later. You need to eat. I do need to. When are you reading New Two's Company? I need to plan that with Rose, but Rose is doing Hell Week. Rose is working every day, and that chapter is 40,000 words long, so I need to plan that out. I'm in the trenches, bro. Yeah, please save Rose. We need to save Rose. Next week, probably. Okay, we'll see. Yeah, I'm gonna need to block out a full day for that. Okay. It's long. It took me a while. We will need 6 full hours. 7. I say 7. I would say 8. 7 at least. Okay. I'm gonna say hi bye to the YouTube. Sorry that I'm like never on the YouTube, but Tegan, I see you. I see you. Bye, YouTube.